ଆମେ discuss करथिले organizational development, how development happens in the organization, what are the different components, and it's a long-term process. We thought of some points we discussed regarding organization development, OD. So if you want to develop an organization, it's exactly the process what you are developing yourself. I took an example like 10 years before ତମେ କେମିତି ଥିଲ ତମେ 10 ବର୍ଷ ପରେ ଆଜି କେମିତି ହେଲା ପୁଣି 10 ବର୍ଷ ପରେ କେମିତି ହବ. If you think through this process, this is a continuous process and small changes, small development happens in your life that will take the entire development, entire growth. ସେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନରେ ଯେଉଁ development way, so small changes way. There is a great saying we all know that changes are inevitable. कौनसी change को तमें बंद करि परिबन. You have to accept the change, you have to accommodate the change, you have to implement the change. Change हेले ही जीवन परिवर्तन आसियो. You have to take it very positively. Any changes, it's becoming a good sign of the organization of the behavior of your life. Any change. बेले बेले चेंज को लोक माने ग्रहण करंदिनी. There is a resistance for the change. अनेक लोग भावती हाँ चलची केमती कौन कहीं बदलेबा. But if you change only, then only something new will happen. So change is part of life. Every time you have to change. So change management is one major component in organizational development. In OD, how the organization will develop, because you have to change a lot of things, the process, the technique, the people, a lot of things you have to change. And these changes are, you have to make it in a planned way, in a long-term process way, and goal-oriented. So these changes you have to make after thinking a lot, all the futuristic aspect, all the past trend, everything. So you have to analyze what changes are required, and you have to convince the people changes are why you need to change, what are the significance of the change, what is impacting, and what is the benefit you are getting for this change. You have to convince. Resistance to change, we spoke about that. Some people, they don't want any change. They want simply chalchi how it's going, it's let it go in the same way. But there are some people, they don't like change. That is just those people who have to mentor, we have to educate them why you need change. So there are different types of resistance. Individual resistance and organizational resistance. And why this resistance comes? Why people they don't like the changes? There are different causes: mistrust and lack of confidence, emotional response, fear of failure, poor communication, unrealistic timeline. Suppose तुम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରୁଛ, ତମେ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ନେଇକି କାମ କରୁନ, if you are not talking to them, the people will don't believe you. You are not taking their opinion. They are not asking them what you are doing. So a lot of things will come. Lack of confidence, mistrust. People will not trust you because you are looking something, you are doing something, but not asking the people who has experience, who has more knowledge in that area. So you are not asking. So anything you're doing, any changes you are making, so you have to ask the people, you have to take everyone opinion, everyone suggestion, and you have to inform the people. If you are not communicating, then communication problem will occur. And sometimes, if you are not successful, there is a fear of failure. ମାନେ ଜିନିଷଟା ହବନି ବୋଲି ଡର ଥାଏ। ବସ୍ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଉଛ, ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ଜାମ ଦେଉଛ, କିମ୍ବା ଗୋଟେ ବଡ଼ ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ କରୁଛ, କାଳେ ହବନି କି ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଭୟ ଥାଏ, ଫିୟର ଅଫ୍ ଫେଲୁଅର। ସୋ ଏସବୁ କାରଣରୁ ଆମର ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ହୁଏ। What are the causes of resistance to change? ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଅନରିୟଲିଷ୍ଟିକ ଟାଇମଲାଇନ୍ସ, ଅଳ୍ପ ମାନେ ଟାଇମଲାଇନ୍ସ ତମର ଅନରିୟଲିଷ୍ଟିକ ଲାଗିବ। କାମଟା ଯଦି ବହୁତ ଦିନରେ ଥିବ, ବଡ଼ କାମଟେ ଥିବ, ତମେ ଭାବିବ 2 ଦିନରେ ସାରିଦେବି, ଲୋକ ତମ ଉପରେ ହସିବେ, ଲୋକ ତମକୁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବେନି। How he is completing the work in 2 days, which is required for 1 month. ତମେ ଯୋଉ ଟାଇମ ଲାଇନ୍ସ ଦଉଛ, that should be realistic. ଏସବୁ କାରଣରୁ ଆମର ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ହୁଏ। So how you will avoid this? You will avoid this through proper counseling, proper communication, and influencing people and communicating people. What is the change you are bringing? What benefits you are getting out of it? So you have to convince them what is the change. So that is the first step. How you are getting changes? There are different theory, there are different concept in the change management. Any change you are bringing in the business, there are different theory. Three theory: law and change theory, action research model, positive model. These theories are in your syllabus. What is this theory? Lewin theory is by the name of Kurt Lewin. He is a scientist. Kurt Lewin, one of the earliest model of the plant change was provided by Kurt Lewin. Kurt Lewin model provides a general framework of understanding the organizational change. Kurt Lewin suggests that the effort being about plant change in an organization should approach change as a multi-stage purpose. This process is of plant change is made of 3 steps: unfreeze, changing or moving, refresh. So he has given one theory that consists of 3 stages: unfreeze, change, and refresh. So you understand the meaning, unphrase, freeze, and change. There are three steps. So I will take a simple example which is related to this word so that you will understand. Any change you are bringing in the organization, as per this model, this theory, Gottlieb theory. First step is unfreeze, second step is change, third step is refreeze. Suppose you have ordered something from the supermarket, from the big basket. Suppose you have ordered something, some non-veg item, some fish, or prawn, or some chicken. It came in the box and you kept in the fridge. It is in a ice form. It is frozen completely. So you kept in the deep freeze so that it will not spoil. Next day you prepare. You have to make curry. So what is the first step? You have to bring that box out from the deep freeze and unfreeze it. So it will melt. It will melt. The first step is unfreeze. Then the next step is actual cooking, change. So you have to fry, you have to put all masala, or you have to put water, whatever you are making the actual change. Non-freeze is in that phase what I was telling. You have to communicate, you have to convince, you have to inform the people why you need change. So those actions you have to do in the on-freeze days. The change stage is actual work. In that stage, you are cooking. That means actually you are working. Actually, you are implementing or controlling those things. You understood the execution part, control part, and you are also looking the plan part. So in the change phase, you are actually making the process. Then refreeze. Refreeze means the things are completed. You are celebrating the success. The work is completed to the shape you desired for the goal is accomplished. You have achieved the final stage. That is refreezing. That means from the frozen chicken, you prepared a curry, then you ate the curry. Refreezing. So these are the three steps in that theory. Kurt Lewin given that theory on freeze, change, refresh. There are another theory, action research model. Action research model is where you are studying the work, what you want to do. This is on phase rephrase. Action research model, what is? It traditionally aimed both at the helping specific organization implement plan change and at developing more general knowledge that can be applied to other settings. It places heavy emphasis on data gathering and diagnosis prior to action planning and implementation, as well as careful evaluation of result after the action is taken. In this model, you are implementing all the planned change. So what you plan, if something unplanned is something uncertain, it will not come under this. Suppose you are planning to increase the production, increase the profit, increase the revenue, increase the manpower. So those plan change you have to do in action list. So what is that you plan? What is that you are going to achieve? What steps you want to take? All these plan change you have to do in action research model. In another model is positive model. Positive model is where you analyze all the positive aspects. So you think positive, that means something good for you. You think negative, something bad for you. So in an organization, whatever happened, you are analyzing all the positive aspects. Suppose your profit has increased something, so why it has increased? What is the best part of it? So if something is negative, you can ignore that. You are not looking at that. Something happened, but you are collecting all the positive side of this model. In the positive model, there are different stages, different steps. So we have written here, initiate, initiate the best practice, discover the theme. So all these are related. So you are looking at the all positive side of the positive aspect of the growth. So from that you are initiating, you are setting up inquiry. What is the best thing you do? You understood the all the best things what happened to your organization, and you are discovering the new thing. Discover the themes. That means you are discovering the new concept, new ideas from your all positive side. So what new you can do, then you are thinking the future, envision and preferred future, design and deliver way of create the future. So in future, how you will continue that, you are focusing on that. These are the phase of positive model. So you are collecting all, you are investigating, you are inquiring all the positive happening, whatever positively happened to your organization. From that, you are setting up the inquiry, you are discovering the new concept, new ideas, then you are planning the same for all the future activity. So there are three models. One is Gotland model, action research model, and positive model. Three model of change behavior. And all these three models are their independent stages, independent phase, how they are executing. But the bottom line is any change you are making, you have to act, you have to implement. Then once the implementation is done, you have to analyze and see the progress, what benefits you are getting out of it. Another concept we discussed, organizational development, OD intervention. What is OD intervention? Organizational development we discussed. What is organizational development? Any development, any changes you are bringing to organization to make it develop, make it grow. So that is organizational development. In order to do that, you have to make changes in the people, in the structure, in the production, in the process. So a lot of things you have to change in the organization to make the development. These are OD intervention. So when you are changing in the organization, a lot of things, you are changing the people. That means you are changing the structure, you are changing the process, you are changing the leadership. So that is intervening the organization intervention, organizational development. So in this development, there are multiple things. So when you are changing the organization, you are changing the people, behavioral things and non-behavioral things, strategy, you're changing the technology, you're changing the process, you're changing a lot of things. There are different types of organizational development. So changing the human resource is one type, changing the technology and structure is one type, changing the organizational culture is one type. So there are different types of organizational development. So the main concept of organizational development is to bring changes and what are the changes, what are the process happening in the organization and what are the design level change and what are the different things you are doing in the organization, that is organizational intervention. As I said, this is the last class. As I was talking, we'll go through the syllabus. This is your syllabus. In the first unit, we studied School of Management Thoughts, Managerial Function. In the second unit, we studied Organizational Behavior, Motivation. In third unit, Group Dynamics and Team, how a team forming, leadership. In the fourth unit, the communication part, interpersonal and organizational communication. And the last unit, the conflict management and OD. These are the 5 units in your syllabus. We discussed all these things. And if you have any questions on any unit, you let me know. We'll take additional time for that unit. But I will send the notes of all this complete PDF. I can send it and we have a playlist. You can go through it. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll discuss that. So total 5 units we covered in the section. Thank you.